welcome to the first quick count of 2021. I hope everybody had a safe, happy, merry holiday, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Welcome back. Hopefully this year is better than last, but we're going to get started on that today. Today is Monday, January 4th. Today we are taking a look at the Royal Rumble match from WWF Royal Rumble 1992. You can find where to watch this match and more details in the description below. All right, and here we go. Here in the Fink. The Fink. This is a very big moment in WWF history as far as the Royal Rumble goes. This was the first Royal Rumble to be for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. There were some shenanigans, between Hulk Hogan and, The Undertaker. So he was tired. So Jack Tunney, WWF president, was tired of it. So he stripped the title and said that whoever wins the Royal Rumble will be the new champion. Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary with Gorilla Monsoon. The Brain is beside himself trying to get this thing rolling. Up until Roman Reigns did it a handful of years ago, this is the only Royal Rumble to be for the company's top prize. Number one, the British Bulldog. Crowd is going crazy for this. Oh, this is the dreadlock phase of the British Bulldog. Oh, number two, Ted DiBiase. Sensational Sherry looking fine as always. Listen, and that is not a misogynistic viewpoint. That is not a sexist remark. Go take a look at my Halloween Havoc review, where it is the cage match between Hogan and Flair. I actually give her a lot of praise as the action gets immediately started. I give Sherry a lot of praise, and I know that was WCW, but she takes a lot of bumps. She is an outstanding talent. So I guess covering all my bases here. Ooh. Bobby the Brain Heenan with the best strategy. There's no count out. There's no disqualification. Just go out of the ring. I know that some people later down the road would employ this strategy. Oh, this episode is not sponsored by Starbucks, but it could be. Ooh, nice suplex. I know that Jerry the King Lawler, from this point in a couple of years, would hide under the ring for almost a half hour. DiBiase tries to throw Bulldog out. Oh, Bulldog back in and eliminates DiBiase. Bulldog is absolutely ripped at this point. So DiBiase was in this match for 1 minute and 18 seconds. Which is crazy now that we're getting ready to go to another participant. But supposedly it's every 2 minutes. Oh, Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Wow. Wow. Up to this point, Gorilla Monsoon with a great fact. Nobody has drawn 1 through 5 and has made it past number 30. And Flair is accompanied by Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. So at this point, he is the self-proclaimed WWF champion. Wow. Bulldog getting a couple reps in before slamming Flair down to the mat. Oh, big clothesline out of the corner from Bulldog. Big clothesline from the Bulldog. Need a little counter here at the bottom somewhere. At the amount of times where Flair's cornered, he's like, no! Oh, Bulldog gets Flair over the top rope, but he saves himself getting on the apron. And out with the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, is Jerry Sags at number 4. Bulldog giving it to Flair in the corner. Sags giving it right to Bulldog as now it's a 2-on-1 affair. Oh, double team backfired as Bulldog with a double clothesline out of the corner. Oh. Jerry Sags saves himself, holds on to the rope, but then gets drop kicked off by the British Bulldog. The problem was that he was on the apron and then taunted to the crowd. And here's Flair again in the corner. It's 2 now. Golly. The Flair chops are the best in the game. Oh, awkward looking power slam. Ah! The King coming out to the ring. That is Haku at number 5. That is King Haku. Most recently, now we're in 2021. He was a surprise entrant in the Honor Battle Royal at the G1 Supercard show a couple years ago. Oh, oh, Jesus! Those chops. Um, the brain compared him a little bit ago to a 357 Magnum. Loved it. Ah, Flair gets out of the ring underneath the rope, which means he is still legal. As Haku gets to work on the British Bulldog. And pile driver on the Bulldog. And now Flair going straight to the eyes of Haku. Ooh. Ooh. That sidekick from Haku was stiff. Haku doing some talking in the ring, calling his spots there. Oh, and Haku disposes of Haku rather easily. Ah, Shawn Michaels. Out. HBK here is number 6. HBK is absolutely fresh off turning on Marty Jannetty, breaking up the Rockers. Obviously, it's a monumental moment in WWF history. Oh, and that crowd popped hard. And a super kick from Shawn. Some sweet chin music. No, Bulldog threw him over the top rope. Shawn Michaels skinned the cat. That crowd popped. This dude has got some serious heat. But obviously, to break away the Rockers is a tale as old as time. They're both on the barbershop. Shawn Michaels gives Jannetty some sweet chin music. And then throws him through the glass window. And then, at the suggestion of Curt Hennig, Michaels adopted the nickname the Heartbreak Kid. All right, so this is Tito Santana here at number 7. But at this point in his run, he's known as El Matador. Wow. Heenan calling for Hennig to come out and save Flair. Flair was on the top rope. Oh my God. I just noticed Tito Santana's tiny little ponytail all the way in the back. trying to keep up as much air as he can. Shawn Michaels locking his legs around the top rope, avoiding elimination via the British Bulldog. The brain saying he would eliminate his own grandmother. Perfect. Oh, flying forearm from El Matador. As we are inside of 10 seconds here, ready to get to number 8. Number 8 is the Barbarian. Barbarian taking his sweet time getting to the ring. Oh! Huge chop from Flair. So now the Barbarian working with the British Bulldog. Flair kind of meandering while Shawn Michaels works with Tito Santana. Flair now helping the Barbarian with the Bulldog, trying to get him over the top rope. a knee to the butt from Flair to HBK. And now both him and Tito Santana are taking their shots on Ric Flair. Tito Santana just hitting everything that moves. Shawn Michaels literally stood on the second turnbuckle for 15 seconds waiting to do something. A spot maybe he called and nobody heard. I don't know. But it's just funny as we're inside of 10 seconds. He's perched on the second rope. Flair's sitting in the corner. And just the Texas Tornado at number 9. Kerry Von Erich. Oh. It's crazy to think that at this point that he would leave this earth this point next year. It's very unfortunate. In 1984, he had PWI Match of the Year with Ric Flair at the Parade of Champions. One-time WWF Intercontinental Champion. Obviously, a member of the legendary Von Erich family. WWE Hall of Famer. And unfortunately, he took his own life in February of '93. He was 33 years old. Back to the action, though. Not to put a somber mood on everything, but we've got the Tornado and Ric Flair, the Barbarian, and Tito Santana, and then British Bulldog and Shawn Michaels paired off working on one another. As we are inside of 10 seconds again. Moving a little quick here. What do we got? Shout out to Jeff Hall here. Number 10 is the Repo Man. Formerly known as Smash, one half of Demolition. This is my question about the Repo Man. Okay, not only does it's what he's wearing, it looks like he's been run over by a car. All right, and then he has this mask on, just tied around his head. So, is he a thief? Is he like a hit and run survivor? And there were vignettes that showed that he was repossessing things. So that portion lined up with his gimmick. What he wore to the ring did not. Of course, the Repo Man, once Smash would hit this, and then eventually would be in WCW just as Barry Darso. So very interesting career that Mr. Darso had. Greg the Hammer Valentine at number 11. We now have 8 men in the ring. We have the British Bulldog, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Tito Santana, the Barbarian, Texas Tornado, Repo Man, and Greg the Hammer Valentine now taking it to Ric Flair. If I could start a counter of times where Flair would get beat up in the corner, walk out a couple feet, and then fall flat on his face, I'd have that down here too, because we're up to a couple now. The Brain's still upset that Ric Flair drew number 3. He's beside himself on commentary. Ooh, Tornado giving Shawn Michaels a right hand, almost sending him over the top. Flair taking Repo Man to Dick Kick City. Shawn Michaels holding on to the top 2 ropes by just his feet, manages to get himself back on the apron. Number 12 is Nikolai Volkov. The quicker he gets out of the ring, the better. Obviously, I am not a fan of Mr. Volkov's work. Once you watch Heroes of Wrestling, anybody who has appeared on that show, it kind of is a black mark on their career. I I would say the only person probably from that show that went on to at least a redeeming match was Too Cold Scorpio. Fought Julio Fantastico at that show, but then was at Hardcore Justice in TNA in 2010. Fought C.W. Anderson in what I thought was the match of the day. The Hammer has Flair in a figure 4. But Barbarian makes it. Repo Man dumps Nikolai Volkov. Volkov in the match for 1 minute and 3 seconds. Inside of 10 seconds here. Huge pop for number 13, the Big Boss Man. If you ever take a trip down to Cobb County, Georgia, you better read the signs, respect the law and order, or you'll serve hard times. Wow! Greg the Hammer Valentine eliminated by the Repo Man. Repo Man eliminating back-to-back individuals. Greg the Hammer Valentine just in the match for over 4 minutes. Big Boss Man takes care of the Repo Man. And what the heck is he doing on the outside? Look. Absolutely frustrating. So now Barbarian is paired with the Big Boss Man. The Tornado is paired with Shawn Michaels. Bulldog is paired with Flair. And the odd man out is Tito Santana right now, who is helping Boss Man with the Barbarian. Whoa! Big elimination by Ric Flair. Dumping the British Bulldog in the ring for 23 minutes and 33 seconds. And then Flair right back-to-back eliminates the Texas Tornado in the match for just under 10 minutes. Flair is absolutely a man possessed at this point. And here we go. We get number 14 in next. Here comes Hercules. Can't work for Dick, okay? Cannot work to save his life. Hercules goes right after Flair in the corner. And he gives about, a lot of rapid punches to his tum-tum in the corner. And no sells the absolute bananas out of it. Tito Santana and Shawn Michaels have eliminated each other. Tito Santana does hit the floor first. He was in for just under 14 minutes. And HBK in the match for just under 16. The Hercules, whoa! Hold on! Wow! Flair's in the ring alone with the Big Boss Man. We did get a couple of eliminations. We got the Barbarian eliminated, just under 13 minutes. And then Hercules wasn't even in there for a minute. But now we are down to just 2 men in the ring, Ric Flair and the Big Boss Man. Whoa! Big Boss Man with a crane kick looking thing? Oh, no. Boss Man eliminates himself. He goes for a Boss Man splash on Flair against the ropes, I guess? And ends up and Flair ducks down, eliminates himself. So it's just Flair in the ring, absolutely exhausted at this point. We're getting to number 15. Who's it going to be? It's the Hot Rod! Roddy Piper sprinting to the ring. Piper right after Flair. Trademark excellent technical Flair back body drop. Flair powders out, but Piper cuts him right off. Big clothesline on the outside. Clotheslines looked a little less devastating back in the early 90s. Ooh. the eye poke from Piper. Big clothesline sending Flair down. Airplane spin. And right into the sleeper. This is one of the best moments of the match thus far. I know we're only halfway through it, but inside of 10 seconds, we are getting ready to find out who is number 16. Jake the Snake Roberts with his hot rod tights there. And he gets in the ring, sits right in the corner, and is letting Piper do the dirty work. But Jake the Snake is number 16. Doesn't last for long. He gets right to work on Piper. Short arm clothesline, Jake the Snake Roberts trademark. Going for a DDT and Piper clotheslines Jake the Snake out of nowhere. Which doesn't make any sense because Piper just went berserk on Flair. Flair has the figure four locked in on Jake Roberts. But you just spent moments kicking the ever-loving tar out of Flair, and then you save him from a DDT. Piper throwing everything he's got at him. Almost over the top. Inside of 10 seconds, who is going to be number 17? Hacksaw Jim Duggan, winner of the first pay-per-view Royal Rumble. Wait. Yeah. 1988. Good Lord. And Duggan is right after Flair. Getting a USA chant going when everybody in the ring is of American descent. It's always funny to get USA chants in a match where there's two foreigners and you're like, no, nobody's American. I'm like, what? Now we've got Jim Duggan and Jake Roberts going at it. Piper and Flair back at it. Creeping up on the heels of number 18. Big old atomic drop. Duggan sounding like crazy. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Knife edge chop and slap battle. Flair and Piper. Oh, big right hand from Jake Roberts. Inside of 10 seconds. Hope you paid your taxes. Here at number 18 is IRS. If not, he's coming to collect. IRS goes right after Flair. Who's going to be audited? Great line from the brain. Coconuts. Coconut Bash. Flair and Roberts having a meeting of the minds. Trademark fall from Flair again. Ugh. IRS and Flair with kind of a wishbone. Okay. According to Gorilla Monsoon, Ric Flair's been in for 36 minutes and counting. It's about right. Inside of 10 seconds, getting number 19 next. Murderer Jimmy Snuka. Sorry. Number 19, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. If you haven't seen that episode of Dark Side of the Ring, I strongly encourage you to do so. It's incredibly eye-opening to see kind of why Jimmy Snuka has never been in jail for the murder of Nancy Sorrentino. Back to the match. I'm full of all kinds of Debbie Downers for this episode. Flair and Snuka. Oh. It's kind of a Donnybrook at this point. Everybody hitting everybody else. Right now we've got Snuka and IRS, Piper and Flair going back at it again. Jesus. Piper is slapping the absolute crud out of Ric Flair's chest. Ooh, Jake Roberts! Inside of 10 seconds, we are ready to get number 20. That'll mark the 2/3 mark in this match. The Undertaker at number 20. So obviously, the vacant WWF Championship is partially his fault. As I said at the beginning of this episode, him and Hogan were going back and forth. Had a stir. Wow. Undertaker wasting no time. Jimmy Snuka eliminated. Undertaker looking like an absolute paranormal being, honestly. And Undertaker hitting anything that by God moves. Piper giving the eye poke to Jake Roberts. Obviously has to sell the grunt. Here we are again inside of 10 seconds. Here is number 21. Oh, it's Macho Man Randy Savage. Jake Roberts is already out of the ring. He is hiding. Undertaker caught him coming into the ring. Jake Roberts now slithering back into the ring. Misses the short clothesline. Oh! And Savage, like a man possessed. Double axe handle. And Savage eliminates. Jake Roberts eliminates himself just to get his hands on Jake the Snake Roberts. The officials are trying to separate Jake Roberts and Randy Savage. And Undertaker taking it back to Savage. We're in that day and age. So Gorilla Monsoon is saying that the reason Macho Man Randy Savage is back in the match is because the decision has been made. You have to be propelled over the top rope by an opponent to be considered eliminated. So Savage eliminating himself doesn't count. So we're paired off here again. We've got Duggan and Undertaker, Flair and Savage. And then we've got Piper and IRS. So 6 men currently in this match. Oh! Low blow from Flair to the Undertaker. Undertaker only seems slightly phased. Number 22 is the Berserker. What is the Berserker's gimmick? Put it in the comments below what you think the Berserker's gimmick is. He looks like, oh my gosh. Hold on. I think his name is Captain Caveman. Yeah, that's who it is. Berserker reminds me of freaking Captain Caveman with those fuzzy boots and the hair and the beard. Like, your gimmick is not Captain Caveman. Get out of here. There we go. Good. Flair was trying to suplex Macho Man out of the ring, but Macho Man ends up suplexing him back in the ring. A lot of unlikely pairings in this match. We are inside of 10 seconds again. We're going to get number 23. Slight pop for number 23. It is the former cohort? Valet of Ted DiBiase. It is Virgil. Virgil, like a house of fire, immediately gets caught and is getting the absolute crap beaten out of him. Flair's got Jim Duggan like 90% over the top rope. I can make an entire episode of just Royal Rumble tropes. Unlikely double teams, holding on to the top rope. Once you're over the top rope, placing your hand on the apron, being held simultaneously by the man who is trying to throw you and eliminate you. I mean, it's just like a ladder match. The ladder match trope of the first ladder is slightly smaller than the ladder that ends up winning the entire match, but also the first climb, like, everybody's got to climb a ladder, so it needs to be like, 5 seconds pass, another like 8 seconds pass, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. Gorilla Monsoon has Flair clocked in right now at 47 minutes. As we are coming up to number 24. We are inside of 10 seconds. Here we go. Colonel Mustafa being accompanied by General Adnan. Mustafa, also known as the Iron Sheik. This would be kind of like his last big run with the company here in 1992. His last match would be in May of this year, and then in which he would then leave WWF. After that, went to Japan for a little bit. Did like some indie tours, but again would never be as prominent anywhere else than he was here. Jay Lethal, not Jay Lethal. The Iron Sheik had a match in 2010 teaming with Black Machismo Jay Lethal. Unbelievable. Right now, we have got 9 people in the ring. And we're inside of 10 seconds. We'll get an update here in just a moment of the remaining participants. Got number 25, the model, Rick Martel, making a beeline for the ring. So we have Rick Martel, Colonel Mustafa, Virgil, the Berserker, Randy Savage, The Undertaker, IRS, Jim Duggan, Jake Roberts, Roddy Piper, and of course, Ric Flair. And I'm sorry, I apologize. I said Jake Roberts. Obviously, he's already eliminated. Savage did it a bit ago. Try to keep up with all this, man. It's the Royal Rumble. It's the most exciting time of the year. This is probably the most star-studded event in the company's history. As far as the Royal Rumble series goes. Like I said, we do have 10 people still. IRS working with Virgil. The Berserker working with Piper. Duggan trying to get a USA chant going again. I don't know. There's action all over the place. Inside of 10 seconds once again. Coming up for number 26. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, number 26, it is Hulk Hogan. Part of this being his fault again. Him and The Undertaker. This is why the title is on the line. Oh, coming right in, getting to work. A lot of meeting of the minds going on. This match is made for Hulk Hogan. He can get his spots in. Oh! Oh! Hold on, who just got eliminated? Oh, nope. Virgil. No. I thought Virgil eliminated the model, but he went through the rope. So he is still fair game. Hogan off the ropes eliminates The Undertaker. Undertaker eliminated. There goes the Berserker right behind him. Hulk hulking up. Place is going ballistic. There we go. And to nobody's surprise, Virgil gets dumped, but takes Jim Duggan with him. We've got eliminations and chaos everywhere. Virgil with a crossbody against Jim Duggan. Catches him, goes to eliminate him, and then everything just goes with him. So now we are on to number 27. And it's Skinner. Ah, the Alligator Man. A one-time Doink the Clown gimmick man. There's been so many incantations of Doink the Clown that I'm surprised that he hasn't been played by at least one person 2 times through. I mean, heck, we just saw him at this past year's Money in the Bank. Why? Yeah. As Gorilla Monsoon said, we are getting down to the nitty-gritty. Only 3 people left. 3 people left to come into this year's Royal Rumble. Flair trying to eliminate Piper. Rick Martel coming to help him out. Piper holding on. Ric Flair Irish whips Hogan into the corner. In the middle of the ring, he goes, woo! And then Hogan ricochets out of the corner with a big clothesline out of nowhere. It was great. Here we go. Number 28 is Sergeant Slaughter. Oh, that got me good. Oh, that was great. I don't know why. Oh, there goes Skinner. Oh, no. Back to this star-studded Royal Rumble. Listen, in the ring right now, we have got legends galore. Speaking of current time on Monday Night Raw tonight is Legends Night. Speaking of all of these legends, you know, Flair holding off elimination once more. Ric Flair's been in the ring for over 55 minutes now. Gorilla Monsoon said he is the record holder. So 2, 4, 5. We have 7 men left in this match. Under 10 seconds now. We're about to get another one. Number 29. Sid Justice, also known as Psycho Sid, Sid Vicious, in the ring at number 29. Sid Justice already after IRS, trying to eliminate him. Wow. We have got so many big names in this match now. I will get an update here after we get the number 30. Trying to get all of the names. Here we go. The all-important number 30. Number 30, the Warlord. So now, with the Warlord, that makes 9 in total here as we get to the end. We have Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Rowdy Piper, IRS, Rick Martel, Sid Justice, Sergeant Slaughter, and Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh my God. Holy smokes. Sid Justice's Irish whipped Sergeant Slaughter chest first into the turnbuckle, but it's like he bounced himself off the top turnbuckle and launched himself over the top rope. So Sergeant Slaughter eliminated. Wow. Confirmed by Gorilla Monsoon, Flair has been in the match for over an hour now. Piper getting thrown over by IRS, but he lands on the apron. Now Piper eliminates IRS by holding on to the necktie and pulling him over. Down to 7. The Warlord eliminated. Down to 6. Savage, Martel, Piper, Sid, Hogan, and Flair. Sid Justice, pushes Piper and Martel over the top rope. We are down to the final 4. Sid Justice trying to eliminate Savage. Gets a knee from the back of Ric Flair and helps him out in that regard. And those knife edge chops are not doing anything to Hogan. Flair, stay in. Oh, huge. Sid Justice eliminates Hulk Hogan. Hogan's trying to eliminate Flair. He got him over the top rope. Flair fell on the apron. Sid trying to work over Flair. Hogan trying to work over Flair. And now Hogan's got Sid's arm. That's his arm. And Flair from behind eliminates Sid Justice. Hogan helps out Flair, eliminates Sid Justice. Ric Flair is the winner of the 1992 Royal Rumble. He is the undisputed WWF champion. That was absolutely insane. I'm not pulling any punches on this one. I firmly believe, and now Hogan's back in the ring. Typical Hogan trying to steal the spotlight again. Curt Hennig meets him out at the ring. Both of them are celebrating. I firmly believe this is the best Royal Rumble in WWF and WWE history. So many names, so many big moments. There is not a lot of negative to say about this. Understandably, you have to have some lower card people in your Royal Rumble to keep everything legitimate. With that being said, this is a solid 3 count for me. This was an absolutely outstanding way to kill an hour plus. Honestly, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bump it up a notch. This is King Kong Bundy level. This is a 5 count, okay? This is a 5 count for the 1992 Royal Rumble match. There is nothing more to say about this that hasn't already been said in the annals of history. Ric Flair held the Iron Man mark for a long time. Some people will say that Daniel Bryan has the record from the greatest Royal Rumble. That doesn't count, okay? That time is covered in blood money, okay? That is from the Saudi Arabia show. Can't remember if it was a Super Showdown or a Crown Jewel or whatever have you, whatever it was called. Braun Strowman ended up winning that, getting the greatest Royal Rumble green title. Okay, that doesn't count. It's not in the same lineage as the Royal Rumble. I am hanging on here. The next part of this is probably one of my favorite, at least a top 5 promo in professional wrestling history. Bobby the Brain Heenan backstage celebrating with Curt Hennig. Mean Gene Okerlund with Jack Tunney with the title. Flair. With a tear in my eye. This is the greatest moment of my life. The only way to stay number 1 is to beat number 1. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Quick Count, everyone. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel and all of our social media platforms. If you really enjoyed this episode and would like to support us in any way, please check out our Ko-fi page for more. If you would like updates on what is coming up next for any of my shows, please feel free to join my Discord. All of these links can be found in the description box below. Once again, my name is Codd Sinclair. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.